All clear. Dispatch, enjoy your ride.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another wonderful and exciting episode of Theme Park Tempo. I am here today at Disney Springs at the bus station, hopping on a bus to head over to Disney's Pop Century Resort to give the Skyliner a whirl for my first time ever. Been down here for 6 months now, haven't been on the Skyliner yet. Looking forward to it. Looks like a fantastic time here. A wonderful mode added to the Disney transportation system. So I'm waiting to board a bus to Pop Century here, and in the bus station I saw this really cool painted Figment Bus. It looks really interesting. I never saw a Figment Bus before. Not sure what it's for, where it goes to, but interesting and cool. So, just arrived at Disney's Pop Century, and the first thing I noticed is all this new signage out front. They took away the letters that you could climb on and put them farther up. I like it because it's the word pop and it looks like a lollipop. I like it, not bad. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at Disney's Pop Century Resort. Going to be walking out now towards the Skyliner. It is great to be inside on Disney property, maskless, seeing the cast members maskless and most guests maskless. Great time here. We have all the 4th of July activities for tonight. Patriotic poolside games, Mickey's tie-dye, groovy campfire, and a movie under the stars. No special fireworks for Disney. As far as the 4th of July is concerned, and that's kind of lame, but they just brought back the fireworks literally last week into the parks, yet again, behind other parks, but either way, looking lovely out here. They took all the seating out from around the bar, but you are able to obviously just take a table up. Hot day, very hot day here. Whew. So it's been quite the year since I've been to Pop Century. I stayed here a while back. And this would be the bridge that connects both Pop Century and Art of Animation. And literally right in the middle of the bridge is the Skyliner Station. We still have to wear masks on transportation, which makes no sense to me because you could just crowd up a roller coaster in the park. But yeah, Skyliner takes you off right over the water. Gonna take it around a few loops and come back. Okay, not sure if they're going to be boarding me with other people or not, but I'm finally going to get aboard a Skyliner here at Disney's Pop Century / Art of Animation. So the Skyliner is just pretty much it's a gondola. So a gigantic sky ride is essentially what it comes down to here. Alrighty, got cabin 329 here. I guess we're going solo. This is exciting. So we're going to close. We're about to depart here. It should right about here. There we go. Alrighty. So I'm on here solo, which is nice. Alright, here we go. First impression. Okay, well, it is very hot. I mean, it's not super humid, but they do open, so it is ventilated, so it's not a complete hot box in here. But it is still a nice breeze, I'll give it that. We are going very fast for a gondola system. I'd say 15-20 miles an hour, my guesstimation. Nice, cool trip here. See the rest of Pop Century off to the right. And just on to the left. The left is Art of Animation. And every Skyliner is different. I mean, there's going to be repeat Skyliners out there, but some are just plain. Some... There's a goofy one. A bunch of different characters. I know there's a Haunted Mansion one floating around here. I got to bother to look to see which one we're on because some dude I kind of forgot. Toy Story. And to be completely honest with you, I have no idea what stop we're going to first. Like I said, this is my first time on this system. I didn't do much research, I just kind of winged it. But yeah, so pro tip, if you do want to do this, drive to Disney Springs, park there because parking's free, and then take a shuttle over to your resort. Saves you the parking fee. Unless you just want to come and pay to park at the resort, which now you have to do. I'm going over a highway here, and it looks like we're going over some undeveloped land. Very cool. So there's a lot of, minus that window, everything else is reflective.
In just a few moments, we will be arriving at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
There we go.
All passengers must disembark or transfer at this station.
Okay,
we
so
hope you
we
enjoyed
either...
your journey, and thank you for flying the
So if I
Disney
continue this, I
Skyliner.
gotta get off and get on another Skyliner. And I believe Caribbean Beach takes us to Epcot, because I see Spaceship Earth glittering in the background there. So if we get to Epcot, we'll make a full 360 and come back.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente.
Okay, now we transfer here at the Caribbean Beach Station. I stayed at this resort back in 1994 when I was 4 years old, and I have a lot of great memories of it. Okay, cool. So this is pretty much the grand station, I'm assuming, for the Skyliner. Pop Century Art of Animation straight ahead. Hollywood Studios that way. Riviera Resort and Epcot to the right. Gonna hit up the, taking the Epcot line here. Alrighty, here we are, hopping on to Epcot now. Well, Riviera first, then Epcot. Getting the Toy Story one this time around. Very nice. Again, I got the cabin to myself here. Some extra leg room. I'd love to stay back here again one of these nights. I do have some cast member friends that might have to hook me up with a discount or two. But yes, it is a lovely resort. I know that we did a lot of it.
Welcome aboard, Islanders. You are on the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with continuing flights to Epcot.
Okay, so we don't have to get off, which is
Hold
cool.
on to your straw hats. We are about to enter the heart of the Caribbean.
Wow, beautiful. It really is. And there's different sections. You can tell different buildings. That's the pool, I remember. The water slide I went down. Ahead to the right is the
We
Riviera.
are now sailing over Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort,
Epcot up to
home
the
to a
left. You can see
collection
the
of
show
tropical
building for
villages
Guardians of the
inspired
Galaxy.
by the colorful architecture and lifestyle of the Caribbean islands.
Sounds like some kind of pool party going on down there.
In just a minute, we will be arriving
is a
at
turning
Disney's
get
Riviera
over.
Resort,
And that's the one
a
at Epcot.
Disney vacation club that celebrates the relaxing seaports and romantic vistas.
Yeah, so the announcement just came on. So we're going to Epcot. We just stay on board and it just turns us around real quick. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm
Please
sure they're going to
remain
make us exit
seated
at Epcot
until the
though.
doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran.
Now on our final leg of the trip to the experimental prototype community of tomorrow. I get excited about Epcot.
Relax. And
So like I
enjoy
said
the
about the
most
screens on the ride,
magical
you
ride on
really, with the filming, it's a little, you get a lot of reflection from myself inside. You can see me waving. But also, you can't make funny faces at the other Skyliners coming by you. I tried a few times and they just can't see you, so whatever though. Still a very nice ride. A wonderful form of transportation, a lot quicker than boarding the buses. So if you have a destination with the Skyline station, I actually recommend it. I waited about 15 minutes to get a bus from Springs to take me to Pop Century, and both Skyline stations I literally just walked on. So yeah, definitely take the Skyline if you can. Yeah, and it's a lovely ride. You literally go over traffic. It's wonderful. I love sky rides, and unfortunately, long ago they took the sky ride out. of the Magic Kingdom from Fantasyland to Tomorrowland, but this is a nice replacement. It brings you back a little bit of nostalgia.
Were established in 1969 when Walt Disney World Resort was first being developed. They are both named after Buena Vista Street in Burbank, California, where the Walt Disney Company headquarters are still located today.
Swan and Dolphin off to the right there. Tower illuminating the background. Off to the left here is going to be Disney's Hollywood Studios, where I had to wait 2 months to get a reservation to try to get on Rise of Resistance. It's not even guaranteed. I'm still going to go and get on it because of the talk about the attraction, but honestly, I'm a huge thumbs down for that policy.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So this is a turn station only. You don't get out. Looks like we need to access the Skyliner. They could if they really wanted to, but it doesn't even go down that far. Literally, they said literally a turning station only. Cable stops, and you get aboard another one.
If you are planning to visit World Showcase today, now might be a good time to practice your holas, ni haos, and konnichiwas. When you arrive at each nation's pavilion, cultural...
Now up ahead, we're going to be able to get a nice view of construction in Paris for the new Ratatouille attraction opening here in October 2021. The only one of the new attractions that was scheduled to open for the 50th that actually is opening for the 50th. There's the show building right behind us. I'm not going to super run to this attraction when it opens because I literally did the exact same attraction over at Disneyland Paris, over at the Disney Studios park there. So yeah, I'm not going to super run to it, but if I'm ever in Epcot, I'll give it a whirl. Hopefully by August I'm able to buy some kind of Disney pass so I can come as often as I like. I would love to.
To all who come to this place of joy, hope, and friendship, welcome.
And we're literally getting off in World Showcase, so it's going to be right between France and Canada.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children.
We are slowing down.
And watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Okay, we have come to a standstill right before the station. Cool. Now we're slowly inching in there. Okay, well, not completely stopped now. Alrighty, here at Epcot, where I believe we have to exit. Lovely journey though, really was a nice ride. Alrighty, back at it, walking up the ramp now at the Epcot station. Gonna head back towards the way we came. Alright, we got the teal cabin with no design on it. Got a Ratatouille one right in front of us. Heading back for a nice ride. Woo.
Caribbean Beach Resort.
Here's a nice overview.
We hope
And there you
you
can see the
enjoyed
signage for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure.
Did you learn how to say hello in a different language today?
Looks almost identical to France. I mean, to actual France. The Boardwalk Inn right below us. A resort I always wanted to stay at, but I'm not shelling out $700 a night. Maybe for my birthday, if I want to splurge a little bit and get a room for the evening, it would be fun and exciting to do. It's a lovely resort, though. I go all the time. Just walk the boardwalk. Magnificent. Although the ones without the characters on them, you have a clear view out. So I do prefer the non-themed Skyliners because I get a much clearer view to show you guys everything.
We hope you are enjoying your journey on the most magical flight on Earth. We are now traveling along Buena Vista Drive.
Another history lesson about Buena Vista? No, not gonna understand. Named after the actual town in California, Buena Vista, where the Disney Studios still is today. Yes, a much clearer view. How we're enjoying this Disney transportation. Really makes you appreciate how big Epcot actually is. Looking, because we came from France and we did all that and we just had the America Pavilion right over here. Love the experimental prototype community of tomorrow.
And watch your step. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente.
I'm waiting for us to come crashing and hit one of those.
Por favor, cuide a sus pequeñitos, reúna sus pertenencias y observe.
What I am going to start doing, and just give me the idea of doing this. I know other people have done it, but I want to get my own personal experience. I'm going to start doing resort vlogs. Hello. I'm going to start doing resort tour vlogs, take you on to all the different Disney and Universal properties they have here.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Riviera Resort, a Disney vacation
There's a beach
club.
at the Caribbean
If
beach.
you are just joining us,
There's one
we
little
are
beach.
on our way to Disney's
Son of a
Caribbean
beach.
Resort with connecting flights to Disney's Hollywood Studios, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. Say bon voyage to the Mediterranean. We are about
Bon
to go
voyage!
at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
Now it's a straight shot down from here right to Pop Century, which is the shortest Skyline ride. But yeah, it is a fairly quick journey. I'd say to get to Epcot from Pop Century took me no longer than 15 minutes, which you might just wait back for the bus sometimes.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're gonna go. I'm gonna go to Hollywood Studios and back real quick, just see what all that good jazz is about. Where am I boarding? Right here. Yes. Very nice. And off we go on a non-themed Skyliner, which is nice. I actually asked the gentleman for this, and he wonderfully obliged. Like Disney's great customer service is expected from them. Wonderful cast member back there, to be honest with you. The nicest one I encountered thus far today. Generally speaking, they all are nice, but they have gotten a little moody as of late.
All ages, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Hollywood
That's a straight
Studios.
shot to Studios. It's not a far ride at all. You're right there. But either way, yeah, Disney cast members I've noticed, especially from their parks, both during COVID and post-pandemic lifestyle, have been a little moody. And there's no excuses for that, because you are a Disney cast member, and I expect the utmost customer service coming from a Disney cast member. Now heading out, you see Tower Terror looming in the background there, and all of the rest of the studios. I'll be back here in just a little over 2 weeks to hit up my studios day. Can't wait to try to get on rides, but you can give it my best shot either which way. But one thing that's not any talk about coming back, Disney just brought back their fireworks, is the Fantasmic Nighttime Spectacular. And number one, that's a great place where you can fit a lot of people in, and you can really give them a wonderful nighttime experience. But it's also a timeless classic that, I don't know, they're just taking their sweet time bringing back, unfortunately.
Before you walk the red carpet,
Not a fully packed parking lot for studios here today. Makes you really wonder why they're not running at full capacity like the other theme parks down here are. You know, you would think, I mean, they are, like I said, Disney's going to make money despite themselves, but you would think Mr. Mouse wants more money. But Bob Iger is really good at getting every dime out of every one of these cars here today. Yeah, I want my full Disney experience back. But one of these days, hopefully come August.
Ladies, gentlemen, and members of the Academy.
They did a really good job of making the Skyliner Station absolutely look identical to the rest of the entrance here at Hollywood Studios.
Please remain
Just
seated
beautiful.
until the doors
I
automatically
wish I had a pass so we could go in just to go on Tower and Rocket. Ooh, it looks like they painted over the Rocket Show building a little bit. Very
Thank you
nice.
for flying with us. Por favor,
No, you have to get out and go around.
Whatever.
Whatever. Alrighty, so far this is the longest wait for the Skyliner I've seen, and it doesn't even look that bad. Marvel-esque Disney. That was the longest queue we had for the Skyline all day thus far, and that was maybe a 3-minute queue. It moved very quickly. Yeah, just going back out of studios now. I'm gonna head up to the Caribbean Beach Resort and take a final transfer over to Pop Century, and then I can say I've done all these Skyline tours here at Disney. It really is a nice form of transportation. I'm gonna opt to stay at Pop Century and use this as much as I can. You can get to 2 out of the 4 theme parks with it, which is nice. Both Hollywood Studios and Epcot. And then you could always, technically, I mean, if you really want to, I mean, no, you can't, because at the Epcot station, you got to go through the park in order to get to the monorail station. But if you're park hopping, that's an option too, to get to Magic Kingdom that way as well. So, yeah, definitely lovely here. Great scenic route. Brings you back to my Hollywood Studios days when I used to work the backlot tour here. Rest in peace. Now it's all Galaxy's Edge. Now to head to our final Skyliner ride of the day. The Skyliner back at the Caribbean Beach / Riviera transfer station. I'm sorry, the Caribbean Beach transfer station over to the Art of Animation Pop Century transfer station itself. A little quick journey over, and we're there. In a dark blue themed monorail. Sorry about the view on the way back. Can't tell what the theme is. It's trying to make the outline out. You really can't see. Yeah. Alrighty, here we go. Back to Pop Century.
Celebrates the creative magic that goes into crafting Disney animated films, from sketches to reality. On your left is Disney's Pop Century Resort, a memorable resort that celebrates the way we lived, played, and communicated with each other throughout the 20th century.
The only Skyliner part that actually goes over water is right here, to and from Pop.
Sparkling waters of Hourglass Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
No, it's called Hourglass Lake because if you look at it from above, it looks like an hourglass. But also, what is now Art of Animation was originally intended to be the second half of Pop Century, returning, so like the 90s on, I'm sorry, like the 2000s. No, I'm sorry, like the 1920s on, earlier than these later years here. But they went with Art of Animation instead. Oh well.
Passengers can depart here.
We have come back to our final destination here at the Pop Century Skyliner Station. And that's going to be a wrap today here from Theme Park Tempo, taking you on the Skyliner tour of the whole entire route here at Disney World. Wonderful time, wonderful mode of transportation. Really enjoyed it. It's quick, it's easy, there's no queue. It's much easier than the bus system. Thanks for coming along with us, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe down below. Catch you guys next time here from Theme Park Tempo.
And until then, I'll meet you at the Midway.